Alright, Shalom.
Right, Shalom. We say first and foremost, we want to give our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rekakodash. We say double and say apostles and elders of greatness and well, our teachers are apostles in the truth. And we say salutations, so the Akamas, they push in the truth and say day in and day out. You know, constantly in season or the season, they say Shalom. Once again, we outside here to prophesy, with the scriptures. And one of the things, me and the brother was conversating before, we start, we were talking about how some of the majority of the jobs right now, they're basically sending out memos and letters to the employees, right? About if you don't have the serum, right? If you don't have the serum, basically don't come to work or don't ever come back. They get them at a certain time. Some companies get them until August the 30th. Some companies get them until the ending of August, and certain things like that. But not just the time that we're in. We're in a time that where you would see people fall, crumble, and take whatever it is Esau bringing to them, because again they want to seek the life here. You understand?
If I can say, okay, see, for example, there are some companies also that they mightn't be as direct as they don't come back, but they're going to put certain penalties in place so that if you do take it, that it will be harder for you to actually want to be able to stay in that job. Yeah. So it comes like an indirect way of firing you. You understand? Like gentrification. They used to make it difficult for you to stay in that place to encourage you to move out. It's operating something like that.
And again, that's just the time that we win. Certain work that we do, even for ourselves, they would want us to take it, but we don't know. At the end of the day, this is where your decision will come. It's whether you stand for the Lord, or you fall to that temptation where you want that money, or you want to seek this place. At the end of the day, I speak for myself. Each and every brother have the different tests to go through. We all have the trials, and that basically we're going to. But I myself, we are saying stand for the Lord. Give me that scripture in Joshua. Yeah, give me that scripture. Right. Because the important thing, this is the trials and the tribulation, the tests that the Lord talking about. Right. And the Lord was talking even certain things I've mentioned with the Lord in Second Ezra, where it say we walk along this road, but only one man could go at a time. You understand? Only you could go. And you say on one side it was water, and the next side was fire. The tests, the trials, and so forth. These are things that go through. It say, but only one man could go at a time. This is where your decision comes in. And
that reminds me of something when the apostles they say in the past, they say that even though all of us might be in a brotherhood, all of us have our own journey to walk.
That's right. Because the scriptures make it clear for you that it's only one man could go at a time. It's a brother not going to hold their hand through that. Sure. And this is where majority of the people you see talking right now that saying that how they're not going to take the serum and so forth. Basically, this is where you're going to see who going to stand, who going to fall, who going to crumble, or who really going to stand. You understand?
Then it shall be known who am I choosing.
Then it shall be known who am I choosing. Right.
See, there's Joshua 24, verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
It say, and if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord, it say, choose you this day whom ye will serve.
Let's read over one more time, come on. Sorry.
Right. Joshua 24:15, it say, and if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord,
mm-hmm.
choose you this day whom ye will serve.
Yeah. So choose this day who you will serve. And that's what I said, the decision coming to you is where you go serve. Would you serve the God of this place? Or would you serve the God, the true power, which is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai? Who it is you going and who it is you go and serve? You understand? Choose you this day. That decision will come. You understand? Yeah. And again, they will entice you in many ways. They will entice you by raising your pay. They will entice you by giving you free trips. They will entice you all how. All how they're going to entice you. You're seeing that right now. You're seeing where certain stuff that they wanted to take the serum, they enticing you with nice stuff. Stuff flashes to the eyes, and that is what majority of these people will fall to. Because again, whatever it is to this place, majority of these people would not give up. They wouldn't. How much? 1,000 millions, billions already take the serum.
Right.
They didn't even question it. They didn't even literally. You see people run to take this thing without even questioning it, without even like, oh yo, how this come so fast? How this made so fast? And hey, you're seeing where it is. You see, but the decision, that temptation coming. You understand? That temptation coming. What you going to do? What you going to do? Stand for Yahweh Hashem Yahushai? Or choose this place?
Right? They say whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood,
Go ahead.
or the gods of the Amorites, in whose land ye dwell.
Go ahead.
They say, but as for me and my house,
As for me and my house, go ahead.
we will serve the Lord.
Yeah, we will what?
We will serve the
So
Lord.
we would serve Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. We would serve the Lord. You understand? That is what we would do. That is what we would do. We would serve the Lord. We're not going, hey, at the end of the day, again, they will entice. The Lord already tell us what the things He will do unto us. You understand? For standing for Him. Do we know the world would hate us? Because the Lord say, they hated Him what? First. We don't know that. The things they do unto the Lord, they come to do us. We feel they come to do us, kill us, hunt us, torment us, all these things. I will always remember that scene in this one movie, right? You remember the movie I saw earlier with the chip when he was in jail?
Yeah.
Right? And it had an Israelite, right?
The
Jake, yeah, who wanted to get beheaded. When the chip was, they're in jail, in prison, right? Because they did not take the chip, right? And it had this Jake, they bring up some of them, they was bringing them up to get beheaded for not taking the chip, right? And what did Jake do when he was coming up to get beheaded? He was just quoting scriptures. He was just quoting, and obviously I'm getting beheaded, but he served the Lord down to the end. He served the Lord down to the end. But it's so powerful is that the scripture that in that movie that they used was talking about the Lord coming back for revenge. Coming back to the Lord coming back to destroy them that touches the elect. Talking about the Lord coming back for revenge. You know? That was the scripture he was quoting. That the Lord coming back with what? Destruction. And that is where it is. We don't know, hey, we serve the Lord and we die with the Lord. We're coming back to destroy this place. You will get your due justice. You understand? But that's the thing, majority of people, they don't have that belief. They don't have that faith to believe in that. Whatever it is in front of them, that is what they will go with. That is what they will go with. They don't have that hope. They don't have that faith. They don't have that trust. They don't have that confidence. So whatever it is in front of them, they go, they take, they accept. They accept. So that is why Joshua said, what? For me and my house, we will serve the Lord. And hope we pray every day that and let the Lord strengthen our spirit. That we stand firm. You understand? Well,
yeah, I can say something too. I can have a song I listen to, right? You know the song Immortals?
which one?
Immortals
From Evanescence?
No, Immortals. I forget. I think it's Fall Out Boy or something. Sing it.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. I can't remember it often.
Immortals. And in the song, he say something about the only thing about having every faith, about any faith, is when it's tested again and again every day. You understand? And when I hear that part of the song, it makes a lot of sense. Because that's really the reason why we have faith. We have faith to be tested, to ready to be able to see if it is you're faithful to the Lord or not. Because just like love, faith is something you just show. It's not just something that you just say. That's why even the Lord we say with their mouth they profess, but their actions go after something else. You know, just paraphrasing like Titus 1. Right? They say Deuteronomy 8 verse 2, it say, and thou shalt remember all the way which the Lord thy power led thee these 40 years in the wilderness, to humble thee and to prove thee. You understand? And that proving, you go back to a testing you to already see what is really going on. Right? It say to know what was in thine heart, whether thou wouldest keep his commandments or no. And all these times that we coming into is to also prove the men of the Lord, to really show which ones are ready for the Lord, or which ones they're just full on a spot. Because I have a lot of brothers, even the apostles that say that have a lot of nigglets in GMS. You understand? That they for particular reasons, but they don't really have that level of faith to actually stand firm to the Lord. And the same way we'll have men in other camps who will actually be righteous men striving to do the correct thing. It's only in the end these things will be manifest. But a lot of these things happening on the earth today is to also prove those that actually really down for the Lord.
That's right. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Right, that's something.
Mhm.
This is 2 Timothy chapter 2, I'll go to verse 9. It says, wherein I suffer trouble as an evildoer, even unto bonds, but the word of God is not bound. It said, therefore I endure all things for the elect's sake. It said that they may also obtain the salvation which is in Mashiach Yahushai with eternal glory. It is a faithful saying, for if we be dead with him, we shall also live with him. And again, that is a heavy saying, because at the end of the day, many people do grasp a concept that if we die with him, we shall be with him. Definitely, because again, some of the teachings that they get is that, yeah, you could go ahead and accept anything and just pray and ask for mercy, and pray and ask, and the Lord go what? The Lord go have mercy on you, the Lord go forgive you, and that is not what it is. It is not so. You understand?
Even the Bible tells us some things that are unforgivable.
That's right. So what the scripture says anyway, say it is a faithful saying. It is a faithful saying. That is how powerful that this saying is. It's a faithful saying, right? It say what? That for if we be dead with him, we shall also live with him. So that is just some of the things that we would have to go through. Your decision would be would they die for the Lord or would they not die for the Lord? You understand? These you see, and this serum is such a simple thing. It's such a simple decision, right? But in that time, when it becomes so heavy, and this is just the serum. So imagine when it come with the chip. You understand? Imagine when it come with the RFID chip. Imagine when it come. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Again, you're gonna see so much of people fall, crumble, fall up. You understand? Because again, they would not give up this place for Yahweh Shem Yahushai. They come like they receive a consolation here. You understand? But them, the elect, they would do what? They would die for Yahweh Shem Yahushai. They would do that. They would do that. We already seen, like I already seen some of the comments, right? Some of the comments about, I was reading on the same news thing now, where the companies that say that if you don't want to take the serum, you can't come in here. And some of the comments here is that, one of the comments was like, why well, they should just take it. And next woman put, well, that's right. If I have the serum, I don't want nobody around me who don't have it. And that is just the mindset. You already see the mindset of these jakes. Yeah, this retards. This being simple. That's why the Lord said what? They shall be what? Destroyed. You understand? These are the same people that would want to come to profess that they're holy, but will take anything.
Leon Esau for cover.
Yeah. So you know?
If I could say, I remember just last night I was thinking about that, and how sometimes run through my mind how senseless it is, right? You could imagine, as I say, if you take it, I think it give you a 90-something% chance of fighting against it, right? It didn't say that if you take that means that you wouldn't get it at all, or that you can't spread it. It just means that you have a 90-something% chance of fighting it off. If you go into a fight and you have a 90-something% chance of winning, you gonna be afraid? No. Because you know that the majority chance for you to win is on your side.
Man, and that's the thing. How eaters dominate is they conquer by what? By fear. That is one of Esau tactics. They conquer by fear.
God.
Send fear out and they get the people because they will always want to be saved. You understand? It's a simple tactic.
And I think about it, they taken that because of fear, and they don't even understand the logic behind it.
Do you even understand what it is, the fear? Hey, it is a faithful saying, for if we be dead with him, we shall also live with him. For if we suffer, we shall also reign with him. And that's the next thing too. People believe that we're not supposed to suffer. We have to go through sufferation because the things of this world, they do opposite to what the Lord said to do. So if you stand for the Lord, you would suffer. He is going to suffer. He is going to suffer. The Lord tell you that they will bring up some of you, they'll put some of you in the jailhouses. Talk about some of you will be beheaded, some of you will be killed. That is just what it is. We will go through that separation, but you know what? The reward we're going to receive will be 100 times sweeter than what we would get for this wicked place.
And if I think of the logic behind it, right now we're captives. We're captives in our next man land. You expect not to suffer, being contrary to that land.
What is it saying the old people say, right? A night of pleasure for years of pain.
Yeah, could equal
years of pain, yeah.
Or a lifetime of pain if you're not careful.
Yeah, can. And that's just what it is. You're going and give up. You're going to give up your spot for what? for a night of pleasure.
Can.
That is what you gonna do.
I say anyone who try to save his life, he shall lose it.
Yeah. Can. It say here. It say if we suffer, we shall also reign with him. If we deny him, he also will deny us. He will also deny us. You understand? Like somebody, like, hey, at the end of the day, that why just I say what? From me and my family, we shall what? We shall serve the Lord.
Because he understood.
He understood what it is. And the same way with us. Hey, with our brothers who works some jobs that these things will become what? Mandatory. The decisions will be making. So that's it. So that's why when I read some of the comments on these pages and I see people talking about, nah, I'm not going to take this serum. Nah, I'm not going to take the mark of the beast. I'm not going to take the chip. But in that one particular moment, when it come and in front of you, that is when the temptation going to hit. That is when you're going to see who won't crumble and fall. You know, someone saying, because you see, hey, basically, the way how they bring in this thing, this Babylon juice to here, right? This Babylon serum to here, they're forcing it.
Yeah, but not directly.
Not directly.
Indirectly.
Yeah. So it have, hey, don't come to work, stay away.
Or if you want to come, every 2 weeks, you gotta produce a test to show. Yeah.
And every 2 weeks, coming out of your own money. Yeah. They're not paying for no medical bills, nothing.
Brother Yassad, he's some clip showing in the law that illegal. If there are a mandate reason to take a test for a job, the job's supposed to pay for it.
Yeah. So no, but that is what some certain people are saying. Is that right now, if they do it, you can fight it.
Yeah.
But in the coming months,
because make changes
today the Prime Minister going to talk about the next. I don't want to say because I don't know how it is with YouTube, but he's going to talk about the more serious one. What the so-called says the more serious one.
Whatever limits or whatever thing he going and raise or actually or impose. So whatever changes made.
Again, I was saying, but I said we in that time. We in that time. I was watching Apostle Apostle Ariam not video this morning, right? And you keep on hearing him saying it. We in that time. We in that time. You're seeing what is happening. You're seeing what's taking place. We in that time.
The time speeding up, you're seeing it.
Yeah. Now tell him, but I say, what's so quick a week past? We back on the Sabbath this year. You know, we was week before. It feel like it was just yesterday. We was just right here doing the works. And we back here. It's so fast. You understand? According to me, yeah.
Yeah, right.
It say if we suffer, we shall also reign with him. If we deny him, he will also deny us. And that is a frightening thing. Think let the Lord deny it. That what remind Matthew say what? Plenty of them will say Lord, Lord. And the Lord will say what? I have not known thee. This brother from Barbados he do a nice video the other day. Yeah, that was a I can't remember the title of the video, but what you basically saying, that is a frightening thing. So let the Lord tell you that he don't know you. Whoa.
And not just that, in a time of calamity. You know, like if you go to somebody gates because somebody trying to kill you. And the person deny you. You understand?
Yeah.
That's a frightening experience.
That's frightening, very frightening. That will pay you, that will have your whole spirit in shock. You know?
Because and remember at that time when they're being denied is when they're actually looking towards them to actually be delivered.
To be delivered,
conflict.
That's right. That's right. So it say here. It say verse 13, 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 13. It say if we believe not, yet he abideth faithful, he cannot deny himself. Right? It says, of these things, put them in remembrance, charging them before the Lord that they strive not about the words to no profit, but to be subverting of the hearers. Right? So, I just, whether.
I have a scripture here, Mark 8. Mark 8 from verse 34, right?
Mm-hmm.
And after that verse, I remember the thing from the Planet of the Apes. So they say, read the scroll.
Yeah,
verse.
The
beast man.
The beast man, yeah. When you were by the beach.
Yeah.
And he was saying it, yeah.
I wanted to do that video on that today. I'm not sure. They say, Luke, they say Mark 8, verse 34. They say,
this for anybody that think, what the brother mentioned, that was the old Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
The old one. Like, I think it was the first one. First Planet of the Apes.
And the beast man that was referring to was Edom.
Yeah, the beast, that's right.
Say Mark 8 verse 34, it say and when he had called the people unto him, with his disciples also, he said unto them, whosoever will come after me, let him deny himself.
Let him what?
Let him deny
So
himself.
who come after you, Lord? Let him deny himself. That denying himself is a very important thing. Denying yourself.
That go back to your own desires.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, when I can, and some of your desires will be also be a family. You see how much videos brothers put up? Or I can't remember if it was a re-upload from one or answer back. I see one or two brothers, or more than one or two, put up videos about my wife is not going to make it. From how things are coming. When you watch your videos, they're telling about, hey, she basically not thing. And as you brother say, your desires, one of your things will be a family. Your family wouldn't serve the Lord like how you serve the Lord. What would you do? You would choose your family over the Lord? Come on. Come on.
Things like
That's why the Lord see come to set a variation. When you see the variation, he say, well, cut asunder. You understand? Separate. Come on. This is the things. Yeah. Hey. Denying yourself is a heavy thing.
I see people just get caught up. And like some people, when you're talking about serving the Lord, the first thing that's come to the mind is that they can't do nothing interesting. It's not, the Lord never say you couldn't watch movies. You understand? You couldn't go online with your brethren and so forth. You know? These things refer to stuff that is contrary to the scriptures.
Yeah.
You understand? Your personal desires that are contrary to the scriptures, you have to deny these things.
Yeah. And you think about it, your personal desires, your desires that you have is because of what this place programmed to let you love. Your desire, if he was basically in a righteous state, and basically, let me just say, the people who was in charge was righteous men, and they was making you follow everything here, you would have never said that. You would have never said that, because you would have been following the right thing. But due to the fact that this place evil, and they teach wickedness, and they tell it to go and do all the desires, the pleasure, the wickedness you do, that is the reason why you go say that.
Remember, we had a conversation anytime, I was telling you, one of the first things I'll blame when people off is the king.
Yeah,
the king is the one who does have them in that state.
Right. Remember, even with Israel, if a king off,
if the king was off, most people, not everybody, but most people will be off. If the king was righteous, even the ones who were not righteous, as the tutors, they wouldn't be righteous on their own, but they would be conformed to be righteous because the laws made it that way.
Yeah, and that's why we getting back what a righteous king. That's why we have that righteous king. You understand?
See, they say, whosoever will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. You understand? And that is what we say. Just like when the apostles say, be followers of me as I am a follower of Mashiach.
That's right.
You understand? We're supposed to follow after his ways. You understand? King of Kings.
Yeah.
I had a conversation with a guy just the other day, and I realized the conversation was that he was pushing, was like trying to sway honor away from the Lord, like acting like if he was just a next prophet like Moses now. And I was when I already catch on to what point he was trying to make indirectly, I get kind of upset. But I try to ignore it. You understand? But we as well, we're followers of Mashiach. That is the ways and the example that we just follow, and also of other brothers who we just see in flesh, who just follow after those ways are also.
Yeah, because it says, as Paul said, be ye followers of me. Say me a follower of your outside, so they look up as Paul as an example. It's the same way we use our apostles, elders as examples. You know, we look up to them as that. Because Ella Yashua, I do a video a long time ago talking about carrying on himself in a proper manner, because if our brothers if our younger men would be watching you. So when you carry yourself in a proper manner, these men will carry about yourself in a proper manner as well.
You have to be a living example to them.
That's right.
I remember Apostle Yalama even do a video pertaining to eating stuff, and you say if a brother spirit like not too strong, don't eat certain things in front of him, because that might interfere with his spirit, because you know he mightn't be as strong as you are to understand it the way you understand it.
I pass the club, right?
Yeah, I small.
Right. So yeah, and a good thing, because again, younger, certain things is still at a grasp into the mindset. You can go just flood them with everything one time. It's through patience and teachings they grow. Same way with us. Same way with us. It's a faith growing by hearing the word. And so obviously the more you hear the word, the more your faith grow. That is why Esau doing what? Esau want to cut off the word. Because why? They want to cut off that faith. They want to stop making him hear these things. You know, cut it off.
And eventually he'll succeed, because I go back to the family of the word.
That's right. Can. There's an next prophecy coming. It's happening. It's coming. And it's going to be good, because in certain states they're banning the Bible. I think in certain in certain states, they can't even read the Bible outside, you know? They can't even read the Bible like in the open. I was reading an article. I have to. I'll see if I find that article and do a video on that. At certain places, I think certain states, they can't read the Bible out in the open. You understand? YouTube, they pass certain laws, certain things that they pass that, you know, they're saying this, they want to stop hate speech and they want to stop radicalism and all
You
these
know
things.
what I mean? You know what I mean?
Hey, no, if you feel it's joke, test it. Don't use it on my page, but go on a secondary account or something. Go on a YouTube video and put that reply to a comment and mark something like something negative.
Yeah.
He's a fool or something, and you will see it is not going on. It is not going to tag the person.
Or something that might be considered racist or something. Like that.
Or something that be considered homophobic, or whatever it is, or like to say it is not going on right, or it is not going on sin.
Or you might get blocked.
Or you
If
might
you're
get blocked
lucky.
or banned, yes. According to how we go.
If you're bad lucky.
You finish it out?
No, not yet.
Right, good.
See, he say, whosoever will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me.
Yeah, and that cross is not a rosary. That cross is not a rosary. You understand? Many people like feel that when the scriptures mention cross, they think it's the rosary. It's not talking about that.
The onk me like the way the onk.
Yeah, they didn't even. And that's the thing, you know.
onk them.
That is just to show that they don't know the scriptures because we're not supposed to have any of that. You understand?
That's a physical thing that people is used to pray to, like Christians, like Catholicism. They just they just use that to be able to, like, when it's saying the Mary prayer or whatever, they just use that rosary and the beads to be able to pray, like an idol to them.
And what they do, how they feed into their minds in the movies, they make you believe that any evil spirit, the holy rosary, and they go run.
Like the things like exorcism and so forth, there's habits and things like that to program people.
Program in your mind, so in your mind, this is the thing, but that cross just needs to pick up the burden that you will go through in this thing.
And you know the same person talking about the Messiah concept, and you're talking about your prophet and whatever. I was talking to him about it, and I was telling him that when you go into the etymology of certain things, it's not the same thing as you might assume when you see it in English. And I went through certain etymology and showing how it's different in certain ways now. And even when you go to etymology and a cross, it don't literally mean like a cross. It means like affliction.
Yeah, affliction.
Going back to that bear your affliction.
Trials.
Right. That's what they're talking about when they say cross, not a cross as in, just an actual cross. Right?
So like if it didn't hear anything, rain falling, so if you hear a little distortion, a little noise, is just rain. Right?
See, Mark 8 verse 35 will say, for whosoever will save his life shall lose it.
So what?
For whosoever will save his life shall lose it.
Yeah, because that will go and happen too. When people not going, again, that will be safe when people not going to give up the life that they have. You understand? They're happy. You understand? We happy here. That is what going to go through the mindset. We happy. We good here. They're not going to give up. They're not going to give up that. So why they're not going to deny? Because they already find themselves here. Come on. Brother.
You see, but whosoever shall lose his life for my sake and the gospel's,
for my sake and the gospel, go ahead.
the same shall find.
The same shall what?
Shall save it.
Shall save it, and that's an important thing. That is why the brother make a statement before where you say people that say so I can't do my pleasures, so because they don't know it, they're not going to deny themselves, they're not going to give up that for the Lord. So how could they ever find themselves? That is why they're always lost. They're always going through and through because they have no strong background, they have a strong foundation. You understand? When we believe in 1 week, they believe in the spaghetti monster. The next week, there's an atheist. The next week, they believe in some other shit. You understand?
They ain't build a house on stone.
Well, that's right.
They built on sand.
And again, and when these things come, the serum, the RFID chip, things that they're going to bring, obviously what they're going to take it. Majority of these people who talking like you see them on the comment board, who do what? You see them on the comment boards, you see them on the pages and so forth. Boarding, yeah, I'm not going to take like on social media talking about, like, I'm not going to take this. Now when you think that my work I leave in, they just talk for the box.
I even hear individual talk against it. You know what's going on with them right now?
Huh.
You hand check up, eh?
Yeah.
You hand check up.
Yeah.
You hand check up.
Yeah.
It's serious.
That is to show you where it is. That is just talk. They're not going to give up what they have. Well,
It say, for what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own
so what
soul?
would profit a man if he gain the whole world and lose his soul? It basically come like you're just making a deal with the demon. With that demon.
That don't know how to keep his word.
Yeah, they don't know how to keep his word, because if you thinking it's safe, you're gonna die. How much deaths cover up right now from that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something. Again, and we can't even talk about it.
Yeah.
Let's imagine that.
Yeah.
There's so much information we can bring up right now,
Okay, yeah.
and we can't bring it up because why? They would basically flag the video, and the video will be taken down. Why are you doing that for if it's 100% safe?
Yeah. Or if what you're saying is a lie, then why should you even care what we say?
Yeah, for God sake.
They say what, never trust them.
Enemy, same as iron rusted, so shall is what? Is wickedness. Come on. And again, hey, Esau, again, if you watch the track record of Esau and the stuff they do, it's never to be, there's never to be trusted.
They never gave
Never
anybody
to
a
be
reason
trusted.
to trust them.
That's right.
Never.
Never.
Always breaking the promises, always taking something that is not theirs. They never gave anybody a reason to trust them. Say verse 37, right? Mark 8:37. It say, or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? Right? It say, whosoever therefore shall be ashamed of me and of my words in this adulterous and sinful generation.
So pause right there. Whosoever shall be ashamed of me. There are plenty of times I tell people, yo, I'm not going to do this. I have, today's my rest day. You understand? They say Sabbath. Where's that one by, yo, you mad or think by him can come to you by thing? Think by, nah, man, what kind of thing you reading by thing? I'm ashamed of that. It is what it is. And I eating pork. Why not eating by the best meat in the world? You know, eating thing. What do you say? What's that you reading there by that even in the scripture? I'm not ashamed of the Lord. The things we say, everything we do, we tell anybody that.
All brothers went through some kind of, if it's not verbal affliction, it's some kind of affliction in some way for the
Some
word's
way.
sake. You understand?
And one of
People
the
stop talk to you.
stop your family, stop dealing with you. All of a sudden now, you're born. You enlightened now, but all of a sudden you gone. Because you do the right thing.
Easy man.
Yeah, use the man now. And I just wait this, I just hope it is in this place. Well,
Yeah. It's whosoever. No, I get. I know what to order. It say, whosoever therefore shall be ashamed of me and of my words in this adulterous and sinful generation, of him also shall the Son of Man be ashamed when he cometh in the glory of his Father with the holy angels. You understand? So what? The Lord telling you straight up, hey, yeah, I talk about in second address, so he said those who stand stiffly for the name of the Lord.
That's right.
And they receive their crowns.
Come.
When that time come, when honor had to be received, the ones who go and receive that honor is the ones who push out the chest and stand stiffly for the Lord. And for what they believed. They didn't fall, they didn't become hypocrites. You understand? Because the Lord, as I was telling you brother earlier, the Lord going and hold all men accountable for the things that they say. Like when you see brothers now, and they're teaching this, and you telling men not to do that and so forth, and you backslide, and you go back and do those same things you was teaching men not to do, you embarrass yourself.
so you come like you crucify the Messiah all over again.
You embarrass the ministry, you embarrass the Lord by doing things like that. You understand? You are an embarrassment to the Lord. And these men, all the brothers right now who talking about like you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't take the RFID, you shouldn't take the serum, so forth and so forth. The time going to come where those brothers going to be tried to see
Even us here, because we included in that.
Can.
We included in that because we just said it basically the same thing.
Can.
You understand?
And we will be tried to see if we will really stand firm for that or not. The scriptures say, talk about the hour temptation. That temptation is going to come upon everybody in some way, even the men of the Lord. And if they don't keep to that, and they go and sell out and go and make themselves, I'll bring out that scripture now, and go and make themselves actual bad example. You understand? The people have to see you teaching one thing and then they go and see you do it.
You can. And next thing too is like it's simple things. When in the shoot, it's a daily thing. That people, they might know that they know who he is. They see you preaching,
Damn.
they see you teaching, they know who you is,
Fed
so
up to
they're
things like
watching
that.
you. They know, yeah. Plenty time people walk up to you and tell you, yeah, you teach, you know,
Yeah.
so they're watching you. You understand? They watch how you carry about yourself.
At the time, me and another brother, but he's not brother anymore because he not on that no more. But we was in town, and a man come up to me and say, "I remember you and this. I remember two of you from Sando. All used to be on the streets. I didn't remember this guy. I probably never even see him, but he remembered us. You understand? And people, even though people mightn't mainly say anything, they just pay attention to us.
Yeah, that
Sometimes even people they don't even know.
Yeah, there are people that be watching the videos. And that's, you know, my time, I think it's how that's how it went. When I was in up the road preaching, and somebody say, yeah, I see all the videos. See all the videos, you guys see all the videos, and then say people that be watching.
You just never
You
know.
know? You know. And I said, we had to tell people to do the right thing from the wrong. You know, and hey, that serum is nothing that off. That off. You understand? That serum off.
And for the many Lord teaching that the Lord will be holding that against them.
Yep.
He'll be holding them to that same.
Yep.
To see if they will go forward with that, or if they would fall and go and do the same thing that they speak against in the Lord's name. So there's 2 Maccabees 6. I'll start from verse 18, right? 2 Maccabees 6 verse 18 it say Eleazar, one of the principal scribes, an aged man and of a well-favored countenance, was constrained to open his mouth and to eat swine's flesh. Now, one of the reasons why, no, it had plenty of people who were conformed to that, but he was considered an important person in the eyes of the people. And you see this do that even now by targeting celebrities, people of a high stature who others just look up to. You understand? That's something one of the people who just try to break first.
Like, for instance, this is a simple thing, right? Now, no matter how you take it, like Kevin Samuel, for example, how right now they know that this particular man speaking all this thing. Right now, what they're trying to do is cancel him. They're trying to break him down. And basically, what they know if he get broken down, the people who coming up just like him would get what broken down too.
Affect them
They go
also.
affect them too, and that's just a method of their madness. That's just a way they do the tactical. Remember the scripture said this beast more diverse than the rest.
Yes, most sly out of all.
Most diverse. Tactical, the brain, everything that's on a different scale.
Even the way that it's function is much different.
With this year, even this year, what Antiochus was doing to the Israelites, he was forcing them to eat pork.
Damn.
She's 7, the woman, and she's 7 children. What was the reason why they were killed? Because they didn't want to eat that meat.
They want to comply. You understand? And I think they don't want to kill everybody, but they're looking for people to comply to them. You understand? Scripture said in Revelation, it say so that who would not worship the beast shall be put to death. That's what they're conforming into the first to worship the beast and his image. Right? Verse 19, right? 2 Ezra 6 verse 19. It say but he choosing rather to die gloriously than to live stained with such an abomination, spit it forth, and came of his own accord to the torment. So there was tormenting him to do it, right? It says so it behaved them to come that are resolute to stand out against such things as are not lawful for love of life to be tasted, right? It say but they that had the charge of that wicked feast, for the old acquaintance they had with the man, taking him aside, besought him to bring flesh of his own provision, such as was lawful for him to use, and make as if he had eaten of the flesh taken from the sacrifice commanded by the king. So this is what they do. He didn't want to eat it, so they put him one side and say, here what is going on. We will give you something different to eat, but still act like if you eat the swine's flesh. You understand? They try the tactics, right? We give you lamb or something, but act like if it's swine's flesh you eat. And this was his response. It say, It say that in so doing he might be delivered from death, and for the old friendship with them find favor. But he began to consider discreetly, and as became his age and the excellency of his ancient years and the honor of his grey head, whereunto he was come, and his most honest education from a child, or rather the holy law made and given by God. Therefore he answered accordingly. And willed them straightways to send him to the grave. So even though he was getting a chance to save his life, just like we read before, he that tried to save his life shall lose it, and he that loses his life for the word's sake shall save it.
Even to add into that, it say that they wanted him to eat of his own meat and make it look like he'd eat the king's meat. And that's just so he didn't stand fair, because again, that is like being ashamed of the Lord. Choosing to do that. Choosing to do that would have eventually make him just be ashamed of standing for the Lord.
Can.
Understand?
Say verse 24, it say, for it becometh not our age, he said, in any wise to dissemble, whereby many young persons might think that Elisa, it say, being fourscore years old and 10, were now gone to a strange religion. And so they through mine hypocrisy and desire to live a little time and a moment longer should be deceived by me, and I get a stain to mine old age and make it abominable. So he knew that his influence over the younger people that was under him might see him do that, even though he didn't really eat the meat. He knew that the image of him eating the meat might cause others to fall off
and I just
go
went
and
this
do it.
because they look up to him as a trustworthy person. So him eating the meat, obviously, they would have been like, all right, well, we could do it too.
Yeah.
You understand? And as you say, it's stained. It would have stained his career. That is what he's telling you. It would have stained his career.
In the image of men and the Lord.
Like, for instance, that's why. Remember the scripture is in Isaiah, where it say these leaders cause these people to error. It's Isaiah 5, eh?
I think it's
Or Jeremiah. The leaders of the people.
I think it's 5. I think it's Jeremiah 5.
Jeremiah 5. Yeah.
Around 30 somewhere then.
Have it this one.
Jeremiah 5, I believe it is, yeah.
Nah, this is one of the wicked men. Hold on.
I think so, but I think it's only last verse in Jeremiah 5. You understand? But he preferred to die with a good image and a righteous image than to use his image to deceive others, which is exactly what they wanted him to do.
Yeah.
And today that is what it is doing in society. They look for those who renown and get them to cause others to go off.
Yeah, and the reason why I was going to bring out the scripture is because that is what they're doing with some of the celebrities. Like, for instance, it had a celebrity called Boosie.
Mm-hmm.
No, man, he don't like homosexuals. He don't like that. He's stand against that, whatever it is, right? He don't like that. He thing. But one of his Instagram page, his biggest Instagram page was taken down, was blocked. Because he had nudity on it.
I see that, yeah.
He had nudity on it.
Yeah.
But here what to do him? You want to take it back? You want to get back your page? You have to promote the serum. And that is what you do.
Like juvenile.
Yeah. Now it's Isaiah. I know it was Isaiah 9:16.
9:16.
I have it here. Hold on.
I'll read this last verse.
Yeah.
It say 2 Maccabees 6 verse 26, right? It say, for though for the present time I should be delivered from the punishment of men, yet I should not escape the hand of the Almighty.
Because the scripture says, well, fear not them that could kill the body, but could do to kill the body and the body and soul. That's roughly paraphrasing. You know?
It say I should I not escape the hand of the Almighty, neither alive nor dead. So he understood. He preferred to get men vexed than get the Lord vexed, and that's the mindset is supposed to be in.
What did the apostles tell the The priest of them back in in
Yeah,
back in
and
the
ask we ought to serve the Most High
we
rather
ought
than
to
men.
serve the Most High rather than men.
They
Straight as it
didn't
is.
care. They understood what I was a part
Yeah,
of.
she was back in prison, okay. This is Isaiah 9 verse 16. It say here, for the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed. So yeah. So that is what they wanted to do. They wanted to get a leader to do this. So the young men underneath them would obviously do that. And it's the same way they're doing here today. That is one of the major tactics. They're in the leaders to follow them. So the men who underneath them to follow. Same way with some of these Israelite camps.
Yeah.
You're seeing where you actually see when you hear them talking. These men off. You actually that is why some of the brothers would say these men sell out.
You know the funny thing, huh? I think one of the videos I sent for you, even though the guy was speaking plenty facts, by certain key things he say, I could tell that he was from some Israelite camp. So when I watched the page, I see he had like 500 and something thousand followers. So when I don't see him kind of numbers, you know, I'm not being discriminated to say a brother carry that kind of followers, but usually when you see numbers like that, it has be from some camp that doesn't be 200.
What's the name of the page?
I had to go back and check it. I have it.
Which one is sent from man?
A video I sent for you, I think about 30 minutes long or something like that. I don't know if you watch it or not, but I sent a 30-minute video for you. And the things he was talking about was putting to certain things like stats about like the serum and certain places. They were talking about certain places that you can't go to eat without having it. You know, certain stores not taking you unless you have it and so forth. And when a certain key things that he was saying, I could tell that he was from some Hebrew
Or he
Hebrew
just
group
know.
now. Right.
Or you just know, you know?
Yeah, but I even see a person post a comment and say Shalom, Asha Shabbat or something like that, or Happy Shabbat or something like that. So I could tell he probably into that kind of thing.
Yeah, he
you
must be
understand? Probably, I don't know what group or how much
Because
he into.
let's just say some of these men are doing podcasts now. Some of the podcasts where they're touching upon certain situations. Some of them know about the Israelites and so forth. You understand? Let's finish this Isaiah 9 verse 17. He said, therefore, the Lord shall have no joy in their young men, neither shall he have mercy on their fatherless and widows. For everyone is an hypocrite and an evildoer, and every mouth speaketh folly. For all this his anger is not turned away, but his hand is stretched out still. For wickedness burneth as the fire, it shall devour the briars and thorns, and shall kindle the thickets of the forest, and they shall mount up like lifting up of the smoke. Through the wrath of the Lord of hosts is the land darkened, and the people shall be as the fuel of the fire. No man shall spare his blood. So there is destruction for these people. Destruction, death. You understand? This it's heavy. Again, that's how important it is. That's how important it is. The decision to come is coming soon. I remember we doing videos some years back, and we used to make a statement. Coming to a block near you.
Yeah,
right now, it's in a block near you.
It ain't coming on, it has arrived.
It has arrived.
I'll continue going on in this precept, right? Second Maccabees, I'll read over. Second Maccabees 6, I'll read over verse 26. It says, for though for the present time I should be delivered from the punishment of men, yet should I not escape the hand of the Almighty, neither alive nor dead.
So you know what? Yeah, you go escape the punishment of men. It's the same way when they bring the RFID chip and you take it. We go do what? You escape the punishment of men, but that means you escape the punishment of God. Someone saying there are some people like to believe if I do this here, the Lord will see me.
Yeah.
Come on.
The feel like the Lord will get after you fast.
Yeah.
I get out of jail free.
Yeah. Monopoly.
And the thing about it is, I was talking to the brother earlier, we was talking about the fact that you see some people, I don't know exactly which versions of the serum they're taking, but you see some of them, when they take it, you realize some of them scanning and seeing a barcode. They even detecting that it have metal in the hand. Now when you go back to, I think it was since 2018, I was talking about ID 2020. You understand? If you search that up, that and all will raise some eyebrows. Right? Say verse 2 Maccabees 6 verse 27, it say, wherefore now manfully, it say changing this life, I will show myself such as one as mine age requireth. and leave a notable example to such as be young to die willingly and courageously for the honorable and holy law. Right? So he was willing to die than to have his image stained, even though he wouldn't really break the law, to have the image stained to look like he break the law. He didn't want to go down like that. You understand? The scripture says, show yourselves as men. He was showing himself as a man. He was showing himself as a man.
And he was showing himself to be of a righteous man. Not just being a man, but of a righteous man.
Well said.
You understand? That is the perfect example he gave here. You understand? Now, for the actors of me watching the video, it have a account in Maccabees that talk about a righteous woman and she children. That is something you should read up upon. You understand? So it have questions where women is asked, do it have righteous women?
Yeah.
Well, yes, it does. It does.
It might have a whole lot,
Yeah,
but
but
it have them.
It have. You understand? And, and in the scriptures, it was given accounts of righteous women. It was given accounts that it have women that helped the prophets. For example, it had one in the days when there was when I think two of the prophets was fleeing from an army, and this woman
they want to make an agreement with them to help them. Yeah, I remember that.
And
talk about
when you go back to it, I think she was a I could be wrong. Just saying
she was a heathen.
She was a prostitute.
A prostitute.
Right.
She was from that city, and
yeah. But I don't think she was a heathen. No, she wasn't a heathen.
But she was from that city.
She was from that city. Same with them was inside of the city and so forth. And I think they run inside and she helped them. She made them pass
to come out.
And even in the book of Hebrews, she was mentioned. So she helped. And again, when you go back to what she used to do, she was a prostitute, but she was mentioned at the faith that she kept. You understand? So yeah, it's a righteous woman.
I see that thing about it. The apostles often mention righteous women. What the apostles just talk about is women who just want to class righteous women with prophets.
Yeah.
That is where the problem is coming.
Like
Let us try to put ourselves on par with Moses and Elijah.
Like you ever see the video with the woman put on she garment and out on the streets? You ever see that?
Nah, them had a feeling.
You didn't see that video?
No.
I was going to find a back for you. You didn't see that?
No, boy. Them had a feeling for that.
She put on she garment and she said that she is a prophet. And
that is what us get caught up with. Be righteous in your own way. Don't want to be righteous like how men just do it.
Hey,
no.
Let's just say something. In this modern time, right, this modern age, now they have the so-called thing called equality and a woman at the same level of a man and so forth, right? But just to say, it would not have that in the kingdom, and it didn't have that before. Yeah. A man had his work to do, and a woman had she's separating to do. That is why it has separation. That is why it says certain women balling and this work was always a man work, so why woman can't do it? Because that is just what it is. It just had that separation. All I had something to do that a man would not do. That a man would not do. And a man had duties to do that a woman wouldn't do. It's just simple as that. You understand?
Go back to ordinance.
That can. But again, I mean, sure a little bit, but it has to have righteous women. And again, I'm one of the most that when you read that account in Maccabees with that woman and she's 7 children, you will see how heavy it is and see if you can make that decision
when that time
comes.
Because she wasn't trying to save she children.
No.
She was telling them, hey, all they go down with a smile. You understand?
And if you read when she even mentioned something about reincarnation.
Yeah.
She even mentioned that. That's a nice scripture.
You don't find much women like that on the, right now. They're not in abundance.
They
might think they're in abundance, but they're not in abundance.
It have no.
But they're
not
in abundance.
But not in abundance. Brother.
See, I'll read about verse 28, right? 2 Maccabees 6 verse 28. They say, and leave a notable example to such as be young to die willingly and courageously for the honorable and holy law. And when he had said these words, immediately he went to the torment. So, you know?
He went to the torment. Yeah. You don't know, well, hey, I know that. Fuck it. Son, I serve in the Lord. I serve in the Lord. I not going to make no stain on my name, and I stand and firm for you how much you know, shy. Straight as it is. Same way with us. We're going to put no stain on my name. We hoping the Lord. We hoping it's so. You don't know. See what I'm saying?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. So you don't want to stay on your name and you just want to stand firm for your Bashami Oshai. Got that?
Your job is to stay in society, not for society
Yeah.
to stay in you. You understand?
Mm.
It said they that lead him, it said they that led him, changing the goodwill, they bear him because he foresaid speeches proceeded, right? They say as they taught from the desperate mind, but when he was ready to die with stripes, he groaned and said, it is manifest unto the Lord that had the holy knowledge, that whereas I might have been delivered from death, I now endure sore pains in body and by being beaten, but in soul I am well content.
And so was what?
I am well content to suffer these things because I fear him.
Because what?
To suffer these things because I fear him.
And that's an important thing. You fear Yahweh Shemi Oshai, and you all should fear as well. Because the pain you're going through here, when the Lord ready to judge the wicked and to destroy the wicked, is going to be 10 times, 100 times worse.
The kind of things that the Lord could do to you, a man, you can't, being afraid of a man is a simple thing, you know?
Yeah, it can.
You understand? Especially the kind of terrors that the Lord going and bring in these times. Try, just miss selling out just to get a few days, ain't gone really do nothing for you.
Yeah.
This last verse, it's verse 31. It says, and thus this man died, leaving his death an example of.
Just now, he did what?
They say, and thus this man died, leaving his death for an example.
And you tell them it are prophets, and not prophets, it are men in the churches, men even in think that we're not supposed to remember the old. We're not supposed to remember these accounts.
Yeah.
It are men that literally say that. When the scripture said this was an example.
That was in the past.
This is an example. Come on.
The Lord not so again. Like you told them kind of ship for this.
The Lord knows, if the Lord knows so again, so then why Esau still so?
Hey, oh boy. Say an example of a noble courage and a memorial of virtue.
A memorial of what?
Of virtue.
What here the things the talk here the words they use for this man. And it says for remembrance, right? Remember that you also remember the things he go through, but you know what? Virtue. He stand firm. This is the things we want to do as well. It says, for example, it's the same way when you read the New Testament, it says, Sodom and Gomorrah is written as a what? An example unto you.
And that was the example. You see the law in the scriptures, the scriptures have two different examples as give you. It's three examples of unrighteousness and examples of righteousness. And just give you ideas of what will happen if you do the right thing and what will happen if you do the wrong thing.
Yeah.
You understand?
And that is what? That is the balance. You understand? That is the balance. Well,
See, of virtue, right? They say not only unto young men,
not only unto who?
unto young men,
Well,
but unto all his nation.
to all is what?
All his
To
nation.
everybody. You understand? That's an example. This is who we should remember. We should remember some Edomite or some other person that sell out.
You know, go honor Michael Jackson.
Yeah, that is who they want to honor. You know who they want to honor? Pop Smoke. That is who they want to honor. You understand? Not saying some of the information they get from Michael Jackson talking about how the industry is, how things they do, things that they're doing. Yeah. But this is the man we should honor because Michael Jackson still fall and crumble to Esau. This man didn't.
Michael Jackson wasn't known to turn to the Lord or anything like
Nope.
that. In the kingdom, Michael Jackson is going to be one of the low people.
Yeah. And that's to say, that's to add to this act. Again, the written for example from to us. Imagine you imagine if somebody you listen to right now telling you we're not supposed to remember the whole, or we're not supposed to remember these things. That done away with. That's not important. Come on.
It's a clown.
It's a clown. One time we're supposed to call him a madman.
Even the New Testament today will say whatsoever was written aforetime. So if the New Testament write that means obviously it was the Old Testament it was referring to. It wasn't referring to other things in the New Testament. It was referring to the Old Testament. Say whatsoever thing was written aforetime in the past was written for our learning. I told you that. I want you.
I've been listening, I've been mindful.
You see, the 1 Corinthians 14 verse 1. You see, follow after charity and desire spiritual gifts, but rather that ye may prophesy.
That we will what?
That ye may prophesy. Already and truly, that is one of the greatest things you could do for the Lord. People just feel that being a doctor is a great thing. It's true you're helping to save lives. Most doctors, you feel that it was godly people.
And we telling you here, rather than for spiritual thing and this, rather to prophesy. Hey, why you going to save our souls?
Can.
But people just want that power. They want the thing and not do the work. And somebody right, prophesy.
Or not really seek righteousness.
That's right.
I remember talking to a doctor at that time. Because that time I had to do some work for him. And I think I was talking a few godly stuff. And he was saying, well, I really have time for church and things like that. God knows that I saving people is an important thing. So in his mind, that is it.
Yeah.
But even physicians in the past, and them used to serve the Lord, and them used to seek after righteousness, even though they had that
gift,
job to do.
They had that gift. Yeah.
You understand? That don't, doing things like that don't make you exempted from actually doing things that the Lord requires.
Alright, say you're a builder. You're building houses for the poor. That is just it. You're not going to serve the Lord still. That come like he's saying that's basically the same thing there.
Yeah, like he tried to put it across like if like that's the only thing you need to do and that's good enough. It don't work like that.
Right?
I was going to bring some potato into that today. Huh? No, I was going to bring the one in Samuel now. We talk about we said that does the Lord delight in